Hello, folks. Nobody's going to ever find me here because this is not the Little Black Couch. This is my personal page, but in that, the Little Black Couch has been stolen from me. Oh boy, long stories, folks. Let's jump right in and have a discussion on what we do as entrepreneurs to deal with garbage like this. Well, folks, welcome back. Thank you for joining me on this odd session of, so it's been a week. It's been a week since I've been able to go live on the Little Black Couch because my page was stolen. And by stolen, I mean I removed myself as admin and now I have no access to it. In fact, if we bring it up, you know what we're going to do first, though? Right? It's been a week, so I'm out of practice. I'm going to have to apologize to Buddy, but I want to bring Buddy up, the show's namesake, and he too is a little upset at that we are not being allowed to broadcast live to our show, right? He's as upset as I am about it, as you can tell. He chooses to use words that I don't use. I'm not here to judge. He's just a good buddy of mine, good friend in this entrepreneurship journey. Anyhow, so yeah, we don't have access to our page at all. And it's become a little, it's become super frustrating, right? There's my page. And so I contacted Facebook and I said, hey, folks, this is my page. This is me. Right? I mean, this is definitely me. Right? I can send you all kinds of stuff. You can watch this video, and that's me. And you can watch all of them. And anyway, me, all me. Anyhow, but they are not relenting. So I don't have, picture in picture. How fun's that? Oh, interesting. I don't know how to get rid of that one. But anyway, so they are not allowing me to publish to the page. I had to follow protocol and send them a sworn affidavit, notarized, that the Little Black Couch is in fact mine. So I sent that in today. In 1 to 2 weeks from now, I should be able to broadcast again into where this needs to go. But until then, I'm going to broadcast on my homepage. For those of you that follow me here on the homepage, I apologize. Just ignore. This is not supposed to be here. So anyway, what I wanted to talk to you about today is a concept that we've been have run into a number of times in my life, obviously in entrepreneurship, but it's this concept of scaling. Okay, and I had a really good discussion with my cousin about it today. We've been working on this automation project for Facebook Lives, essentially, right, and for podcasts and all that. So when you broadcast something like this, we wanted something that was really smart and automated to start getting the word out that you had created, a piece of content. And get the word out and distribute it with a degree of timing to make sure that everything kind of goes well, So anyway, let's see. You used to get some, well, yeah. He's, there's Nick. Now, I asked Nick that if it was okay for me to go live on my personal page. He's my Facebook Live coach. and has been helping me through all this. And he just gave me the go ahead, and I'd already started. So I don't know if I have to repent or something with that. I'll make an appointment. Anyhow, so yeah, this idea of scaling, and I see a lot of folks, especially nowadays, where we're pushed, especially online, right? There just seems to be this rush where we have to go and get everything done right now, and if we don't, we've got this sense that somehow or another somebody else is going to come up with the idea and do it better than us and launch sooner than us, and we're going to be left in the dust, and we're not going to make any money, and our businesses are going to be ruined, and all our bright ideas will be stolen by everybody else, including Apple, and we're not going to make any money. And I get it. There's a lot of that where you could feel that way for sure. But there comes a point when you go into a launch, and I think there's a lot of people that are learning this right now in some of the groups that I'm hanging out with, that you have to plan for scale, right? You go out and there's so many folks that say, hey, you know what, just launch. Just launch and see how it goes. And there's definitely some wisdom to that, especially if you happen to launch and only a certain amount of people come. But in entrepreneurship and in small businesses, you actually don't want to grow too quickly because you can outpace your cash flow and you can have a nightmare. Now with digital products, that's a lot easier to do. And I think so a lot of these launches, you'll see people talk about, they've got an online course or whatever. Those types of launches are great. You don't really have to worry about scale. You're really requiring on the platforms that you are upon and the platforms that you're paying for to manage and handle that scale. But if you're doing anything yourself, if there's any sort of manual work in that process, you got a bottleneck. You've got a scale issue. And so definitely make sure as you go through your launch plan, go through and make sure that if there's any manual steps in that plan anywhere, that you look at them and say, okay, how many can I handle? Or how many can our team handle, right? This is a manual process. How many can I handle? And if it's 20 or whatever, great. Then make it 20. Then back up and say, okay, and if you need cash flow, right? If you need this to get in and get stuff going, then you need to make sure that you restrict sales at that point and use that as a way to increase demand. And that's a great way. When you increase demand, you can increase the asking price, create scarcity. And so you make sure that you utilize this opportunity. If you can't handle more than X amount, then only grow to X amount. Don't open up the floodgates. If you've got a brilliant idea, don't open up the floodgates and get inundated with orders that you can't fill, that you can't stay on top of. Your reputation is way too important to blow it like that. Instead, go ahead and look at it responsibly. Say, look, we can only handle 20. I wish I could handle 1,000, but we can only handle 20. And so make your pitch, look, I've only got 20 spots. Okay, that's all I've got. When they're gone, they're gone. There's some processes in here that are difficult. That's great. That creates some scarcity. There's processes in that this is an amazing service. This is a great product. It's going to help your business. It's going to give you all of these benefits. But I can only take on 20 right now because it is such a process. And my whole team, if all of us are working together, we can only take on 20. That gives you the opportunity to probably double, maybe even triple your price. When you create scarcity, when you increase demand like that, and again, if you're hitting the benefits, if you've got a good solution, then you have the opportunity to do that. So don't get caught up in this idea that you've got to scale and scale quickly, scale responsibly, and then if you do have to scale, use it in a way to your benefit. Leverage it. Leverage the fact that you have built-in scarcity and take it and make it part of your marketing plan. Take it to your advantage. The coolest part about it, and I got to see this with, a lot of people have been doing it, but this idea of a waiting list is awesome, right? You sell those first 20, now you got a little cash flow on hand, you figure out how to automate a few more things, or you bring on some new people if you can automate it, and now you can bring on another 20. Right? And that's the way to grow it. And you'll have those 20 sitting there on a waiting list dying to get in, right? Just chomping at the bit and making sure that this 20 that are sitting there waiting are seeing the results that you're delivering for those first 20. Send out the emails. Make sure they stay in content. We're having a great time. We're growing. It's everything we ever dreamed it would be. Here's some of the initial 20s comments on it, their testimonials on it. Send those out. Get those out on email, get them out on social media, get them out, and build the excitement for the next 20. Maybe you can handle 40. But you open it up and say, hey, the next 20 is open. You watch how quickly you get that 20. It will not be a big deal. You will not have to market it. And that next 20 will come in, or 40, or however many you can handle at that time. And then the next thing is, anytime you have something that's manually accomplished, see if you can automate any of it at all and improve that. There are so many different ways to automate nowadays. I've been fascinated. I had an original idea on how we'd put this product together, and I've been so fascinated at the number of different opportunities, automation opportunities there are to bridge from one system to another, and they're stable. I mean, back in the day, we'd risk something like this, and the solutions weren't very stable, and they'd fail, and then we'd have huge problems and network problems and all kinds of things. But at least the platforms we're testing right now are super stable, and I've been really impressed with how powerful they are and how easy they are to use. Really, really cool stuff. So that would be my advice for all of us entrepreneurs right now. Scale responsibly, but also scale strategically. Use it to your advantage. Don't look at the fact that you have to scale only to a certain point as a disadvantage. Use it as an advantage. Learn it to understand your craft a little bit better. Maybe hone the whole process a little bit more, make you more efficient before you release it to the waiting list and pick up another 20, 40, whatever it is, and then grow from there. That is, as one who has a number of times, 2 in particular, has opened up the floodgates and has taken on way more than we could have at the time, I can promise you it is a nightmare to grow too quickly, and your reputation takes a major hit. And there's only 24 hours in a day, and it doesn't matter if you're working 24/7. Sometimes you can't stay ahead of it, and it can destroy your business in a bad way. Don't let that happen to you at all. Scale responsibly and scale strategically is the message for the day. So thank you for joining me here on the Little Black Couch. Not on the Little Black Couch page, but on, here's the dumb thing, okay? I'm going to finish this video right now, okay? And I will leave it here. I'm also going to be able to take it and I'm gonna upload it to the Little Black Couch Instagram page. And why did this come up again? I'm screen in screen. That's neat. I don't know if you can see that. That's weird. Anyway, I am going to upload it to my Instagram account, the Little Black Couch Instagram account, and then be able to push it over onto the Facebook page because they're connected. All right. It's just insanity. So can't broadcast live there, but I can broadcast live, stick it on Instagram, and then push it over there. So maybe you'll see it over there anyway. I don't know if I'll leave it both spots or not. But anyway, Aaron Stewart from Little Black Couch, thank you for joining me. Entrepreneurs are awesome. Entrepreneurs are changing the world. And entrepreneurs are, you know how awesome they are? Here's how awesome.
We just want you to know.
As a mate.
You're amazing.
You're the bomb.com, bro. Thank you so much.
For that clarity.
Cheers, man.
Cripes.
I can't get enough of Nick and Monica in that video. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. Sorry for the week hiatus, but it's not my fault. It is my fault, but Facebook should have child-proof controls, so a guy like me can't remove himself as admin. I will be adding my wife as admin to every page I own from here on out to protect me from myself. So till next time, Aaron Stewart saying, entrepreneurs change the world. Entrepreneurs are the ones that this world depends upon in order to solve all their problems, all of the problems. Global warming, we're going to solve it. Okay? Straws that are killing the turtles, You guys all solve that because I got to have straws. I got to tell you. Till next time. See ya.